Hey everybody, Craig DeLuz here once again at the California Republican Party Convention in Anaheim, California. Hoping for a really big wave, and I got to tell you, there's a lot of excitement here at the convention. A lot of phenomenal candidates running for statewide office, running for local office, and we're going to have actually now the first state or local candidate that we've interviewed here on CRATV. We're going to have for you right now, and that's going to be Mr. Joe Lisuzzo, who's running for State Senate, District 28.
Exactly.
Oh, I got it right. Yeah. The problem is as you get a little older, it's like for every new thing I remember, something else gets pushed out.
I hear you. They keep shuffling around those numbers anyway. You know, we did the big remapping. It used to be State Senate District 30. Now it's State Senate District 28, but it's in the LA region. So it's really
excellent.
Yeah.
So do me a favor. Tell us a little bit about what made you decide to run for. First tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your background.
Sure.
And then tell us about what made you decide to run for State Senate.
Sure. Well, a little bit of background. I went to Cal State University for my bachelor's degree and received my master's degree at UCLA. A businessman my whole life, never a politician, ran a business and ice cream manufacturing company in West Los Angeles area in Senate District 28 for 32 years, 3 decades, right? More than a quarter of a century, because I love to work, came from a big family, 9 kids, 9 brothers and sisters. It was a family business we started. And I have 2 sons now, grown and married, and looking forward to grandchildren. You ask why I ran. Well, it got to the point where I was able to sell my business and retire, but then I realized, my wife said, "Oh, I'm so excited to have grandchildren." And I said, "Honey, I can't retire then." She goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "I've got to run to help make this community and district better, because we're going to have grandchildren. I don't want them walking outside, seeing homeless people on the street, stepping in hypodermic needles, right? Seeing crime on the rise, seeing inflation on the rise to the point where our kids may have to move." So I stepped into the race, and I'm really excited to be here.
Excellent, excellent. So tell me, what do you see as the biggest issues right now facing California? If you had to nail it down to 3, what would those 3 issues be?
The 3 issues that are so important to everybody right now, especially in the Los Angeles area of State Senate District 28, where I'm running, are crime. The crime is skyrocketing there. By the way, just briefly, that district runs from the ocean to downtown Los Angeles, west to east, ocean to downtown, and on the north side from about Wilshire Boulevard, actually a little bit further north, 3rd Street, all the way down to the airport, right? It is one of the 40 State Senate District seats, houses 1 million people. The crime in that area skyrocketed. The homeless situation skyrocketed. There are more homeless people in that area that can be seated in Dodger Stadium. Yeah, it's shocking. 3 per day die on the street each year, homeless in that district. One of the wealthiest areas in the country also, as we go all the way to the beach, right? And the third thing is the skyrocketing inflation, the cost of everything. Putting food on the table, getting gas in your car to go to work to put food on the table. So it's really important from a businessman's perspective to want to help. And that's why I'm stepping into the race. I'm not a career politician, but I'm successful in business because I was there for 3 decades. Yeah.
So how would you plan on managing? Because obviously, when you get elected, unless there is a really huge Republican wave, you're going to be in the minority. How do you propose, or what are your plans to govern? Because a lot of people run because they want to win an election, but not a lot of people give thought to how they govern.
Yeah, exactly. I've thought that through. My goal here, and you're absolutely right, we're outnumbered in terms of people in the state Senate as well as in the assembly seats. A lot of people don't know this, so I'm just going to throw out the statistic. Out of some 80 assembly district seats, 60 of them are held by Democrats. Out of 40 state Senate seats, 30 of them are run by Democrats. People say, "But Joe, if you get in, how are you going to be able to get along with these people? How are you going to be able to make changes?" And I always say, look, my business experience taught me this over 3 decades. People walked in the door. I didn't say, "Are you a Democrat? Are you a Republican? Are you a Green Party person?" No, I served the people, all people, fairly and equally. And that's my goal when I get up into the state Senate, is to work with all these people, right? Because we're all in this together. This is a community process. We've got to make the changes together. And I think if you're rational and you want to do right by people, they understand, hey, look, you're not just doing right by the Republicans, you're doing right by the Democrats, by the independents, right? By everybody in your district. I'm that type of a person. I want to reach across the aisle. I'm a problem solver, right? I'm not there to say, you know, I don't like what you do. I'm here to say, let's work together and make it better. So my goal, if I get in, is to address those 3 issues that I talked about a minute ago, which are to make sure that public safety at the state level, anything that comes down the pike that I'm able to vote on, definitely I'm going to be really strong towards public safety and making sure that we refund the police, don't defund the police, right?
I like that.
Yeah, in addition to that, I'm also going to make sure that whatever taxes come down the pike, no more taxes. In fact, I want to have a gas tax holiday. The governor of the state of California says we're flush with money. Well, then give it back to the people who have paid into that system. They need it now more than ever, right? Yeah, so that's my goal.
Yeah, most definitely. So if folks are interested in supporting your campaign, how do they connect with you?
How do they connect with the supporters?
Yes. Oh,
wow. Just go to joelisuzzo.com. It's JoeLisuzzo.com. And you can read about my issues, read about my history, my education, my background, read about all the endorsements I've been receiving. And if you'd be so kind to help in terms of donating, because it's so important to get the word out. A lot of people don't realize that our party doesn't have a lot of money to give candidates, but the DNC certainly does. And they're allowed to give unlimitedly the DNC to their candidates. That's why they're running 4 against me, right? Hoping that I don't make the top 2 and go on to the general. So if you can help me out in that way, that would be wonderful. JoeLisuzzo.com.
Excellent, sir. Thank you so much.
My honor.
Thank you so much for stepping up to the plate and running.
My honor.
Being a candidate is not an easy thing to do. Putting yourself out there is definitely not an easy thing to do. Representing conservative values in the state of California is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
So if I had a hat, I would take it off to you.
Oh, thank you.
Once again, thank you so much.
My honor. My honor. God bless you. God bless America. God bless California. We're so blessed. It's just a matter of making sure that we step up and do everything we can to maintain our blessings and our freedoms that we've been given. So thank you for the time.
All right, folks, that's going to be it for this interview. But hey, we're going to be back with more, so stay tuned. Keep paying attention. If you're watching us, no matter where you're watching us, do me a favor. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back with more interviews. Talk to you soon.